So we would love to see one of everyone's favorite rooms in the house, the kitchen. So let's head on into the kitchen.
So this kitchen, we decided to use the cabinetry that we have is all milk-based paint. And the inside of the cabinetry, it's usually when they make the box of the inside of a cabinet, they use a lot of formaldehyde and processed woods, MDF. But these cabinets have no added formaldehyde. So you don't have to worry about the off-gassing from the formaldehyde. And also the paint that they used, it was all milk-based paint. So that's the decision why we picked these specific cabinets.
The milk-based paint is low VOC or no VOC? Or?
Very low VOC, yeah. I think it's almost like 0, but yeah.
That's great. So let's talk a little bit more about the VOC, the benefits of using low VOC products. Mm-hmm. What was the determining factor for you? Was it the environmental impact? Were there health-related issues that concerned you?
A little bit of everything, actually. We were renting before, and we were there for 6 or 7 years, and I remember every time coming back from the weekend, you'd open the door and the house would just reek. So that was really important, that, especially because our house is so tight, we wanted to make sure that the products that we use in the house are pretty healthy. And even though, granted, we have a really good air system, so all the air, we have a lot of clean air recirculating in the house, so that's been helpful. But it's a combination of both. I mean, from my perspective, it's probably more health reasons. I just thought, with kids, I just wanted to make sure that whatever we're breathing in the house is healthy to breathe, and so that was the biggest decision.
Right, indoor air pollution is a significant issue, especially when you're in a tight house. Mm-hmm. You want to be careful about it, and so we're very conscious mm-hmm. about all the materials that were used and any off-gassing potential, and VOCs, of course, are known to be very unhealthy, and so mm-hmm. we kept those to an absolute minimum.
Mm-hmm. So everything that we picked in the house, I guess for the last 2 years we've been doing research on different products, so we had to decide what type of stain should we use on our floor, what kind of I was talking about the cabinetry, the paint that we used. I mean, everything. We were just doing research on what's the best green, low VOC product out there. So our floors, for example, they use this stain and top coat in schools and hospitals. So there's no smell whatsoever, and it was great.
There's no smell.
And the people that put the floors down, they were just shocked on how great it was. There was no smell when they put it down. So.
Do you find that with this building project that you had plenty of options to choose from the paints to the materials that you use to educated and certified contractors? Was there just an abundance of green products out there and knowledgeable certified professionals?
I would say yes and no.
Yes,
as far as products, it's funny because lights, for example, the lights have changed so much within the last 2 years. You can talk a little bit more about lights.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's a good example. When we started the project, LED lighting was, a dream of the future. And it was something like, well, we want to design the house so that in the future we'll be able to integrate LED lighting. By the time we were actually up to purchasing lighting, it was here and now. And the price performance of LED lighting had improved by an order of magnitude over that period of time. And it became realistic for us to make all of the lights in the house LED. Which is, extremely low power usage and lasts a long time, and great performance and great color and beautiful lighting. It was certainly an evolution with all the products and resources over time. There were great resources available. Some are easier to find than others. There were great products available. Some are easier to find than others. So we took, the 2 years of research and learning that we did, and we created a resource list, a list of the products and services we use.
Clearly, you have not sacrificed anything with design, style, energy efficiency. You wouldn't tell by walking into this house that...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was important to us, that we that when someone comes into our house, they don't think, oh, this is a greenhouse. They just think, oh, this is a nice,
beautiful
beautiful
house.
New England house. It's not a greenhouse, but it happens to be green. It just, that was important for us.
Yeah, and another very important factor, which also made it more challenging, was cost. Because we had a budget, of course, and we didn't have unlimited funds to spend, and so we couldn't just go out and find whatever is the best and the best regardless of how much it costs. We had to be very conscious of the value of products. And, you know, by and large, green products have a good return on investment. I mean, certainly the energy efficiency is a very direct return on investment because you're lowering your bills. But even, you know, I would say healthy products have a return on investment because of, you know, potential medical expenses, and it also improves quality of life tremendously, which has value.
So there are a lot of intangibles there that you can't necessarily put a dollar figure on.
At our other place, I was always like, oh no, we're not breathing, the air quality is so poor, and now it just, you know, it's a little bit more relaxed here. They don't have to worry that we're breathing any fumes or so.
And that's priceless.
Yeah, that's priceless, yeah.